The Arab world is fighting a war. Its enemy is a drug called Captagon. Captagon is a type of amphetamine that's illegal and highly addictive.
أول ما بلشت أتعاطى بلشت أموري تخرب بالحياة.
Now it's being found in Europe, Africa and Asia. But where is all the Captagon coming from? Working with journalism organisation OCCRP, BBC News Arabic uncovered new direct links between this multi-billion-dollar drug trade and leading members of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad's family and armed forces. With evidence gathered from deep inside Syria, we can reveal just how much its economy is hooked on this profitable little pill. Since 2011, Syria has been torn apart by a bitter civil war. Allegations of war crimes committed by the Syrian armed forces and their Russian backers have led to Western sanctions against prominent Syrians. As a result, the country's economy is now close to collapse. Desperate for money, the regime has looked to the lucrative Captagon trade.
نتيجة الظروف المالية القاسية التي يمر بها الضباط والعناصر والجنود خلال الحرب السورية، توجه الكثير من عناصر الفرقة الرابعة لعمل التهريب بشكل مباشر، فأصبحت سيارات ضباط الفرقة الرابعة تستخدم لنقل عناصر متطرفة، أسلحة، مخدرات، بحكم كون الفرقة الرابعة هي الوحيدة القادرة على التنقل ضمن الحواجز داخل سوريا.
The 4th Division is an elite army unit tasked with protecting the government from internal and external threats. Since 2018, it's been led by Maher al-Assad, the younger brother of President Bashar al-Assad. During the Syrian civil war, Maher was responsible for brutal crackdowns on demonstrators and the alleged use of chemical weapons. Gaining hard evidence from inside Syria is difficult, but one story reported in local media caught our eye. On the 11th of September 2022, a pickup truck crashed on its way to the port city of Tartus. The vehicle had a valuable cargo, 2 tons of hashish and 3 million Captagon pills. The 2 men in the truck were brothers. One was killed, the other was arrested on drug trafficking charges. The vehicle itself didn't have number plates, a sign it belonged to the military. The brothers came from Kardaha, home to the al-Assad family. Intrigued, we managed to find their social media profiles and track down 2 people who knew the brothers.
I knew them. Samuel served for state security in Qardaha. His brother is a soldier working directly for the Assad family.
When they work for the family, they do what's requested of them: protection, fighting, drugs.
This was our first evidence that soldiers in the Syrian army close to the Assad family were moving quantities of Captagon. A contact in Syria gave us this video. We're told a local smuggler had posted it on social media and that it shows Captagon being carried in backpacks across the border into neighbouring Jordan. Looking at the footage, it seems the lucrative trade is drawing in people from outside the army. The smugglers have weapons and aren't afraid to use them. Neither are the Jordanian army. At their command centre, soldiers monitor the long border with Syria using high-powered surveillance cameras. They're looking for smuggler activity.
هذول الأشخاص وعددهم كبير مهربين قدموا من المواقع الأمامية باتجاه أراضينا. تم إبلاغ قواتنا الأرضية وهم في أهبة الاستعداد. الآن دورية رد الفعل السريع تحركت باتجاه مباشر. تم الرماية عليهم بشكل مباشر. الآن هم في حالة تراجع وفي حالة زحف. وهذا درس لهم ولغيرهم انهم ما يقربوا على اراضينا نهائيا.
The Assad regime is waging a drug war against its regional neighbors. most specifically Jordan and Saudi Arabia. And Jordan is having to use what tools it can to try to fight back.
In March 2023, Britain, the United States and the EU imposed sanctions on people they believe to be involved in the Captagon trade. But we have discovered the involvement of senior Syrian officials not already on the list through a court case in Lebanon. Like Jordan, Lebanon has also been on the offensive against the Captagon smugglers. In 2021, a trial began in Lebanon against a well-known businessman called Hassan Daku. His arrest had followed one of the biggest drug busts in history. In March of that year, a huge shipment of Captagon was seized in Malaysia. It was destined for Saudi Arabia, where it would have had a street value of up to $2 billion. The case was heard behind closed doors, but the judge has told us some of what was discovered during the trial. To protect him, we're disguising his identity.
الأدلة هي عبارة عن دراسة حركة الاتصالات الهاتفية بين دقة وبين أشخاص غالبيتهم من تجار المخدرات. قال يتعاون مع الفرقة الرابعة والدليل بطاقة صادرة عن الفرقة الرابعة.
The judge concluded that there was no evidence of links between Syrian officials to Daku's trafficking. But we've gained access to a 600-page confidential court report. It contains a series of WhatsApp messages Daku sent to someone he called the boss, whose phone number consists of mostly the same digit repeated numerous times. In Syria, it's known as a golden number. Our investigation of the number indicates it belongs to Major General Ghassan Bilal. Bilal is Maher al-Assad's right-hand man in the 4th Division and is understood to run its powerful security bureau. If the boss really is Ghassan Bilal, the conversation suggests that one of Syria's most senior officers is linked to the illegal Captagon trade worth billions of dollars. Elites within Syria profit, while the Arab world struggles to contain an epidemic of drug abuse.
The scale of the revenues, it dwarfs the Syrian state budget. If the Captagon revenues were stopped or seriously disrupted, I don't think the Assad regime could survive that.